Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we've got a real gem in the spotlight, the United States 2022 $quarter featuring none other than the iconic Maya Angelou. This coin is a beautiful tribute to one of the most influential figures in American history, and it's quickly becoming a hot topic in the world of numismatics. Stick with us because by the end, we're going to reveal just how much this remarkable quarter could be worth. Now, let's talk about the significance behind this coin. Maya Angelou was a poet, author, and civil rights activist whose work continues to inspire millions around the world. In 2022, the U.S. Mint released the Maya Angelou quarter as part of their American Women Quarters program, which honors the achievements and contributions of extraordinary American women. Maya Angelou's legacy of resilience, wisdom, and artistic brilliance made her the perfect choice for this special edition coin. When you look at the design, it's hard not to be struck by the beauty and power of the imagery. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Angelou, captured in a moment of quiet strength. Her image is surrounded by words that echo her spirit: poet, author, activist, reflecting the depth of her contributions to American society. Above her, the words United States of America and Liberty remind us of the ideals this country was built on. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar eagle in flight, a symbol of freedom and the enduring spirit of the United States. It's a classic design, but it's the face of Maya Angelou that truly makes this coin stand out, an eloquent tribute to a woman who used her voice to break barriers and uplift generations. Now, let's dive into what makes this quarter so special for collectors. While the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter was minted in relatively large quantities, it's the condition of the coin that really determines its value. Like any rare coin, those that are well preserved, free from scratches, or signs of heavy circulation, are the ones that really command attention in the market. Coins that have remained in uncirculated condition are especially desirable among collectors, but that's not all. This particular quarter has some serious collectors' appeal thanks to its historical significance. The release of the Maya Angelou quarter was part of a much bigger initiative to honor American women in a way that had never been done before. This makes the coin not just a piece of currency, but a part of history, a token that carries the legacy of an entire movement. Some quarters from this series have even gained attention due to small variations in the minting process, things like slight differences in the finish, small errors in the design, or even unusual wear. These quirks can make a huge difference when it comes to value. If you're lucky enough to find a quarter with these special characteristics, your coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Now, if you're wondering how much this particular 2022 Maya Angelou quarter might fetch, hold on to your seats. In pristine, uncirculated condition, with no flaws or heavy circulation, this coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $71,000. Yes, you heard that right, $71,000 for a single quarter. Imagine that. So, if you've got one of these quarters sitting around, or if you're lucky enough to come across one, take a close look. The right condition could mean a serious payday. Top 2, we're diving into a true treasure from the past, the United States 1986 $quarter. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another piece of change from the mid-80s, but trust me, it's got more value hidden within it than you might think. Stick around because we're going to uncover how much this 1986 quarter could be worth today, and you won't believe the price tag. Now, let's set the stage with a little bit of history. The 1986 $quarter was released during a time when the United States was experiencing a strong economic recovery after the early 80s recession. The economy was booming, and the Reagan administration was in full swing. But it wasn't just a significant year politically or economically, it was also a pivotal moment for the U.S. Mint, as it began experimenting with more intricate designs and minting techniques, setting the stage for future iconic coins. The heart of this quarter is the traditional design, featuring George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse. The engraving of Washington is based on a famous 1786 portrait by artist Gilbert Stuart. It's an enduring symbol of leadership and legacy, and it's made this design one of the most recognizable and beloved in American coinage. On the reverse, you've got the classic eagle, perched proudly with its wings spread wide. It represents freedom and strength, a symbol that has long been associated with American currency. But here's the thing, while this coin might look familiar to many, its value today is far from ordinary. Let's talk about what really makes this 1986 quarter stand out in the eyes of collectors. It's all about rarity and condition. While the US Mint produced millions of these quarters, most of them were circulated and ended up with some wear and tear. However, coins that have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition are now in high demand among collectors, and they're worth a lot more than face value. What truly makes the 1986 quarter special is its scarcity in excellent condition. Over the years, most of these quarters were used in daily transactions, and finding one that hasn't been through the ringer can be a real challenge. Coins with minimal marks, no discoloration, and sharp, well-defined features are considered high-grade and stand out in the market. But here's the kicker: if you happen to have a 1986 quarter in flawless, uncirculated condition, it could be worth an unbelievable $69,000. Yes, you read that right, $69,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin so small could hold so much value, but when it's a rare specimen, it can command a hefty price. So, next time you're going through your coin collection or checking your spare change, take a moment to inspect those 1986 quarters. You never know, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Top 3, we're diving into the world of rare coins with a focus on something you might just have lying around in your collection, a 1995 United States quarter dollar. Now, at first glance, this coin might seem pretty standard, but trust me, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. If you think this coin is just another piece of change, think again. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at just how much this 1995 quarter could be worth. So, let's set the scene. The 1995 quarter was part of the regular Washington series that's been circulating for decades. It features George Washington's iconic portrait, based on the famous 1786 painting by Gilbert Stuart. It's a design that has stood the test of time and remains one of the most recognizable images on American coinage. The reverse side features the classic eagle, standing tall with its wings spread wide, a symbol of strength and freedom that's been associated with US currency since the very beginning. But here's where things get interesting. While the 1995 quarter may look like any other regular coin, what truly makes it special are the hidden rarities within. Like many coins, most of these quarters were circulated and suffered wear and tear, making them far less valuable. However, the real treasure lies in finding one in near-perfect condition or one with a unique minting error. One of the most valuable factors for collectors is finding a 1995 quarter that's been carefully preserved, one that hasn't been through countless hands or heavy circulation. When coins like this are kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, they become highly sought after in the coin market. But that's not all. Some of these 1995 quarters have also been known to have slight variations, like unique flaws from the minting process, which can make them even more valuable. Now, you're probably wondering, how much could a 1995 quarter actually be worth? Well, hold on tight. If you're lucky enough to have one of these quarters in mint condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a price tag of an eye-popping $58,000. Yes, you heard that right, $58,000 for a single 1995 quarter. It's incredible to think that something so small and seemingly ordinary could carry such a high value. So, before you toss your spare change into the jar, take a closer look at those 1995 quarters. If yours is in excellent condition or has a unique feature, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Top 4. We're diving into a real hidden treasure in the world of numismatics, the 1996 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, this coin might look like just another piece of pocket change, but don't be fooled. This 1996 quarter could be worth far more than its face value. Stick with us to discover just how much this unassuming coin might be worth today. Let's set the stage with some history. The 1996 quarter is part of the classic Washington series, featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The reverse side showcases the familiar eagle in flight, symbolizing freedom and strength, something we've come to expect from U.S. coinage. But here's the kicker: although millions of these quarters were minted and put into circulation, it's not just the design that's worth paying attention to, it's the condition and rarity that really bring out the coin's true value. In 1996, the U.S. Mint produced a large number of quarters for everyday use. While most of these coins were spent and worn down over the years, some remained in excellent condition. And that's where the real value lies. If you happen to find a 1996 quarter that's still in mint condition, one that hasn't been through heavy circulation, then you might just be sitting on a small fortune, but it doesn't stop there. There are also some special factors that can make a 1996 quarter even more valuable. Certain quarters from this year have been known to have unique minting errors or subtle variations in their design. Whether it's a misstrike, an incorrect mint mark, or an unusual finish, these error coins are highly prized by collectors because of their rarity and uniqueness. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these, it could boost the value significantly. So, how much is this 1996 quarter worth? Well, if you've got one of these quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, a rare error coin, it could fetch an amazing $56,000. That's right, $56,000 for a single quarter. Imagine finding one of these gems hidden in your coin collection or pocket change. Next time you're going through your coins, take a moment to check for any 1996 quarters that might be in great shape or have an unusual feature. You could be holding a real treasure. Top 5, we've got something that's going to make you rethink that old coin jar in your closet, the 1994 United States quarter dollar. This coin might seem pretty ordinary at first glance, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked at just how much this 1994 quarter could be worth. So, let's start with a little background. The 1994 quarter is part of the Washington series, which has been in circulation for decades. Featuring George Washington's classic portrait, this coin is part of a long tradition of U.S. currency that honors the nation's first president. The reverse side of the coin shows the eagle, symbolizing freedom, strength, and the American spirit, iconic features that have made the quarter one of the most recognized coins in the world. But here's the twist: while millions of these quarters were minted in 1994, very few have remained in pristine condition. This is where the real value lies. Coins that have been kept in excellent, uncirculated condition are extremely valuable to collectors. Most of the 1994 quarters you'll find in circulation today have been worn down over time from use, but a coin that's been preserved in perfect shape is a rare find, and one that can command a serious price tag. Now, let's talk about something even rarer: minting errors. Just like with any coin, sometimes things don't go exactly as planned during the production process. Small mistakes, like misstrikes, double mint marks, or unusual variations in design, can make certain coins much more valuable. These error coins are prized by collectors who know that owning one can make their collection truly unique. If you happen to come across a 1994 quarter with one of these mistakes, it could significantly increase its worth. So, how much could a 1994 quarter actually be worth? Well, if you've got a 1994 quarter in flawless, uncirculated condition, or even better, a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value of $59,000. Yes, you heard that right, $59,000 for a single 1994 quarter. It's amazing to think that such a small coin could hold so much value, but when you find one in top condition, the price can be through the roof. Next time you're going through your spare change or digging through your coin collection, take a close look at any 1994 quarters you might have. If they're in great condition, or if they have a unique feature, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Top 6, we're talking about a real gem in the world of U.S. coinage, the 1979 United States quarter dollar. You might have a few of these stashed away somewhere, but trust me, there's a lot more to this quarter than meets the eye. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll find out just how much this 1979 quarter could be worth in today's market. Let's start with some history. The 1979 quarter is part of the long-running Washington series, which features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse. The reverse side features the classic eagle, wings spread wide, representing the strength and freedom of the United States. It's a design that's been around for decades and is immediately recognizable to collectors and the general public alike. Now, you might be thinking, okay, another typical Washington quarter. So what makes this one special? The key to its value lies in the rarity and condition of the coin. While millions of these quarters were produced in 1979, most of them were used in everyday transactions, which means they've been worn down over time. But, here's the kicker. If you happen to find one of these quarters in uncirculated, near-perfect condition, it could be worth far more than you might think. When a coin is preserved in pristine condition, free of scratches, tarnish, or any sign of wear, it's highly sought after by collectors. Uncirculated coins are rare, especially for quarters from the late 20th century, so if you're lucky enough to have one in great shape, you could be sitting on something truly valuable. But wait, it gets even better. There are also some special varieties of the 1979 quarter that can increase its value. For example, certain minting errors or slight variations in the design can make a coin much more desirable. Whether it's a misstruck coin, an error in the lettering, or even a rare finish, these imperfections can make the coin more collectible and drive up its worth in the market. Now, here's the big question: how much could your 1979 quarter be worth? If you've got one that's in flawless, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a stunning $89,000. Yes, you heard that right, $89,000 for a single 1979 quarter. It's hard to believe that such a small coin could hold such a massive value, but when it's in top condition or has a unique feature, it can fetch a jaw-dropping price. So, before you toss those 1979 quarters into a jar, take a second to inspect them. If it's in great shape or has some special characteristics, you could be holding onto a small fortune. Top 7, we're focusing on a coin from 1989 that might just be worth way more than you expected. We're talking about the 1989 United States quarter dollar. It might look like a regular quarter at first glance, but trust me, there's more value packed into this little coin than meets the eye. Stick with us because you're about to learn how much this 1989 quarter could be worth in today's market. Let's take a quick step back in time. The 1989 quarter is part of the classic Washington series, which has featured George Washington's iconic portrait since 1932. His face, based on the famous Gilbert Stuart painting, represents the enduring legacy of the first president of the United States. On the reverse side, you've got the eagle, an enduring symbol of freedom, power, and the American spirit. It's a design that's stood the test of time and remains one of the most recognized symbols on U.S. coinage. So, what makes the 1989 quarter so special? While millions of these were produced, it's the condition that really determines how much a coin can be worth. Most 1989 quarters have been used in everyday transactions and have suffered the usual wear and tear, meaning they don't carry much value beyond their face value. But here's the catch: if you happen to find one of these quarters in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, you could be holding onto something incredibly rare and valuable. Uncirculated coins are highly prized by collectors because they've avoided the wear and tear of circulation. When a quarter is in pristine condition, with no scratches, dings, or discoloration, it can fetch a premium price. And believe it or not, there are only a few of these coins that have survived the years in perfect shape, making them highly sought after in the coin collecting world. But there's more. Some 1989 quarters have been found to have small minting errors or unique characteristics that can make them even more valuable. From slight variations in the design to misstrikes or odd finish types, these quirks can turn a regular coin into a collector's dream. If you happen to have a 1989 quarter with one of these rare imperfections, your coin could be worth even more. So, how much could this 1989 quarter actually be worth? If you've got one that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a price of an astonishing $76,000. Yes, that's right, $76,000 for a single 1989 quarter. That's an incredible value for such a small coin, and it just goes to show how much rare coins can really appreciate in value over time. Next time you're going through your coin collection or digging through spare change, take a close look at your 1989 quarters. If you've got one in excellent condition, or one with a unique minting error, you could be holding onto something worth a small fortune. Top 8. We've got a fascinating coin to talk about, the 1980 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, it might seem like just another typical quarter, but trust me, there's a lot more value hidden within this seemingly ordinary coin. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be shocked to find out just how much this 1980 quarter could be worth today. Let's take a quick trip back to 1980. The United States was in the midst of a lot of change, both politically and economically. While the world was dealing with inflation and global tensions, the U.S. Mint was busy producing the quarters we know today. Featuring George Washington on the obverse, this quarter remains part of the classic Washington series, a design that has been with us since 1932. On the reverse side, the ever-present eagle stands tall, representing the strength and freedom that America is known for. It's a design that's been consistent and iconic for decades. Now, here's where things get interesting. While the 1980 quarter may seem like just another coin you'd find in your change jar, its value comes from something far rarer than you might think: condition and rarity. Most of the 1980 quarters produced by the U.S. Mint were spent in everyday transactions and have suffered the usual wear and tear over time. However, if you happen to have a 1980 quarter that's remained in uncirculated condition, free of any wear, scratches, or discoloration, you could be sitting on a rare and valuable treasure. Coins in mint condition are highly sought after by collectors. When a coin is preserved perfectly, it's worth significantly more than one that's been through heavy circulation. And the 1980 quarter is no exception. If you find one that looks as good as it did the day it was minted, you've got a coin that could be worth a lot more than face value. But wait, there's more. In the world of coin collecting, minting errors can make a coin even more valuable. Sometimes, small mistakes happen during the minting process. Misstrikes, incorrect fonts, or even missing details can make a coin a true collector's item. If you're lucky enough to have a 1980 quarter with one of these rare minting errors, the value could skyrocket, making it an even more desirable find. So, how much is this 1980 quarter really worth? If you've got one of these quarters in perfect, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a value of an unbelievable $79,000. Yes, that's right, $79,000 for a single 1980 quarter. It's incredible to think that something so small could hold so much value, but when it's a rare, well-preserved coin or has a unique minting flaw, it can fetch a jaw-dropping price. Next time you're going through your spare change, make sure to check out those 1980 quarters. If you find one that's in great condition, or if it has a special error, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Top 9. We're uncovering a hidden gem in the world of U.S. currency, the 1984 United States quarter dollar. Now, you might be thinking, 1984? Just another year, just another quarter, but believe me, there's far more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll find out just how much this 1984 quarter could be worth. Let's start with the basics. The 1984 quarter is part of the classic Washington series, which has been circulating for decades. The obverse side of the coin features George Washington's familiar portrait, based on Gilbert Stuart's iconic painting. On the reverse side, you've got the majestic eagle, symbolizing freedom and strength. It's the same timeless design that's been used on U.S. quarters for years, but here's the thing: while it looks like any other coin you might find in your change, the value is all in the details. So, what's so special about this 1984 quarter? The key to its value lies in rarity and condition. Most of the 1984 quarters produced were spent in circulation and have endured the usual wear and tear. But here's the twist: coins that are kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are extremely valuable to collectors. A coin that looks as fresh and shiny as the day it was minted is a rarity, and that's exactly what collectors are looking for, but it doesn't stop there. Some 1984 quarters have unique minting errors or slight variations in their design that can make them even more desirable. Whether it's a misstruck coin, a doubling of the mint mark, or a slight design flaw, these error coins are highly sought after by numismatists because they're one of a kind. And these rare variants can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Now, here's the exciting part: how much could your 1984 quarter actually be worth? If you happen to have one in perfect, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a price of an astounding $71,000. Yes, you heard that right, $71,000 for a single 1984 quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin you could have found in your spare change is worth so much, but when it's in pristine condition or has a unique feature, it's worth a small fortune. So, next time you're going through your coins, make sure to check those 1984 quarters. If you've got one in excellent shape or with a rare error, you might be holding onto a valuable treasure. Top 10, and this last video is going to blow your mind. We're talking about a coin that many of you might overlook, but trust me, it's worth taking a second glance at: the 1971 United States quarter dollar. You might be thinking, what's so special about a 1971 quarter? Well, you're in for a surprise. By the end of this video, you'll see why this coin might just be worth more than you ever imagined. Let's dive right into it. The 1971 quarter is part of the iconic Washington quarter series, which has been circulating since 1932. As you probably know, on the obverse, you've got the distinguished portrait of George Washington, our nation's first president. This design, based on Gilbert Stuart's famous painting, has graced U.S. quarters for decades, making it instantly recognizable. On the reverse side, you've got the majestic eagle, wings spread wide, symbolizing strength, freedom, and the spirit of America. But here's the thing: while the design may be classic and familiar, the 1971 quarter is a bit of a rarity in the world of coin collecting. You see, the United States Mint produced millions of these quarters in 1971, but most of them have long since been used and worn down through daily transactions. However, it's the few that manage to survive in pristine, uncirculated condition that can command serious value. Coins that have been carefully preserved, free from scratches, discoloration, or any signs of wear, are far more rare than you might think, and that's exactly what makes them so valuable. Think about it: how many coins do you come across in everyday life that look like they just came out of the mint? Not many. And that's what makes uncirculated coins like the 1971 quarter so desirable. When a coin is well preserved, it's not only a piece of history but also a true collector's item. And if you're one of the lucky few who's found a 1971 quarter in perfect condition, you've got something that could make you a pretty penny. But wait, there's more. In the world of numismatics, it's not just the condition that makes a coin valuable. Minting errors are another key factor that can increase the worth of a coin. Sometimes, during the minting process, things go wrong. There might be a misstruck coin, an error in the design, or even a coin with the wrong mint mark. These minting errors are highly sought after because they make the coin even rarer, and often, the value can skyrocket if you've got one of these unusual pieces in your hands. Imagine finding a 1971 quarter with a unique error or a rare variant. You'd have a coin that not only tells a story but could potentially be worth far more than you could ever expect. And trust me, collectors are always on the lookout for these rare finds. The rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. So, if you're out there hunting for coins, keep an eye out for anything that seems off. Those little quirks can make a world of difference. Now, let's talk about the real question: how much could a 1971 quarter actually be worth? Well, if you've got one that's in perfect, uncirculated condition, or better yet, if you happen to have one with a minting error, then this little quarter could be worth a staggering $91,000. That's right, $91,000 for a single 1971 quarter. It might sound unbelievable, but when you have a coin in exceptional condition or a rare error coin, its value can skyrocket. Imagine discovering this in your coin jar or finding it among your loose change. It's hard to believe that something so small could have such a massive price tag, but that's the magic of coin collecting. The value isn't always in the face value of the coin, it's in its rarity, its condition, and the story it tells. So, next time you're going through your collection or checking your change, take a closer look at those 1971 quarters. If it's in great shape, or if you spot any unique features, you could be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the value of rare coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. You never know what treasures are hiding in your change.